Greetings and welcome. I'm Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well. I'm guided by Spirit. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with true crime events. Disclaimer: all cases are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. And in today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Titan event that took place in 2023. And of course, the commission is underway. And I just thought, from a numbers point of view, let's have a look and see what happened. And of course, we lost 5 innocent lives during the event. Regardless of the background, we'll get to that in a minute. But for whatever reason, this event had quite an impact on me. And it was the time when we were in pre-production for our feature film. And I can tell you now, on the day that this happened, June 18, it felt like, for me, on the movie situation, we were pretty much under the same kind of pressure, right? It could go either way. And of course, in my reality, I made my moves or whatever. And we got through what we needed to get through in order to get the film produced. However, on this fateful day, June 18, the crew of the Titan and the tourists, the father-son, I believe these were mainly crew here, weren't that fortunate. Now, just in preparation for the show, I saw a text from an article saying 6 days before the event, there were actually problems with the Titan that they were aware of already. Okay. Now, 6 days technically takes us to the 12th. I'll just bold it here. But for me personally, I would say June 10 is where the issue was. Now we can say, well, was it 6 days before the tourists arrived or whatever? But for me, June 10 is the issue, because on this day we see 777s. So here is a problem. Something has either malfunctioned. Now, because we're dealing with, let's say, underwater vessels, submersibles, sevens come into play, big time. So for me, here already is an issue. June 10, and it happens to fall on a Saturday. So are we safe to assume they did a test on this day or whatever? So in my opinion, I feel they may have, of course, been a Saturday. Let's go test the vehicle, make sure everything's working. However, the day starts with a 10-1. And if your day starts with a 10-1, it alludes to issues, because what is now we know the outcome, right? So what is the cost of a life? 10-1, money. And this could be funding at risk here. 10-1, big, like lump. So 10-1, if you take it on the basic, is like a lump sum of money, whether it comes from investment, insurance, payday or payouts or whatever. It's not a one on its own. Maybe it's $10, but in this case we're talking muchos money, or at least significant money. Okay. Then we get into a 16.7, which seems to pop up in and around the scene. And we'll know 16.7 speaks about the serial behavior or serial nature, reoccurring issues. 14.5, issues. 14.5 brings around difficulties. The day ends with a 5. There was problems on this day big time. So if we go one day back, the Friday, because this would obviously be the day they would prepare, right? We see the vessel number 22.4, as we saw in the Jocelyn case, 22.4. But let's start at the beginning of the day, because in many aspects this is the invention, right? So here's 9, the invention, the great idea, big idea, very powerful. A 9, invention. Of course, we can argue there are many inventions in the world that changed our lives forever, and in most cases for better, right? Now, when we go deeper into the situation, we get a 15.6. So here already, I mean, we know the outcome now, right? There's something wrong here. And 6, this is actually a significant day here now. 6 talks about pressure. 6 is pressure. Now, there's going to be a combination of things, beg your pardon. There's going to be a combination of things, but let's just say, yeah. 15.6, so the 5, I can't express as like 5s in the mix bring around issues. So there is already a pressure issue the day before they test or whatever. The vessel. And the operation for, I almost want to say mechanics, but it's not necessarily mechanics, but it's the, so let's say the following the manual procedures, right? Let's just leave it at that. I believe there is more. It's coming to me later. Oh yeah, I already marked it. That's why I had a feeling about it. We're going to get to June 16 in a minute, but already the Friday, Saturday, we've got issues with this vessel. Now we can argue, okay, at least we're having the issues now before the tourists arrive for their greatly anticipated excursion under the water to go see the Titanic or whatever the tour situation was. And ironically, if you add RC to year, you get the Titanic. So the 15.6, if we look at it from a human, so this, let's say we're looking mainly mechanical, but from a human perspective, who's in the middle? Our soul. Our soul, 15.6. So they take it out, there's issues. Well, we can say propulsion, but pressure, yeah, 6 again. Pressure. 7, I would imagine, brings around propulsion issues. I'm not a mechanical engineering person and how this all works. But there are issues. 14.5, right? So we follow. June 11. Now already when you start with an 11.2 the next day, based on the issue, there's uncertainty. There's uncertainty. It's like a 50-50 situation. It can also, from a legal perspective, breaking the law and aware of it. It's open. It's not a hidden number like, let's say, 22.4 hidden. It's open. They are aware of the problem. So now it compounds, right? So we go in 15.6 pressure. Now that pressure affects whatever mechanics in the... Now we've got anomalies of 7. But now that anomalies of 7 is affecting the overall engineering mechanics of the vessel. So we can see the transition of the issue. 15.6, our soul must make a decision. And the decision is also pressure on him. Why? Because they want they have already perhaps, or need the 10.1. So now in the week, in preparation for the event, let's see if we pick up other numbers. We'll just do a scan and then we'll focus on the actual event. But already there's warning signs here, right? Before the people have arrived. 16.7, we'll just flag, let's say, inappropriate numbers for safety. 16.7, serial issues. 16.7, you'll recall, also was the actual issue on the Saturday. So the issue at the end of June 12, let's call it Monday, is still present. A decision is made about life and death. Life and death, 13.4. Transactional. You see, when money comes into play, and I've said this several times, when there's a 19-10-1, 10-1 at a murder scene, you got to know there's bullshit going around. And again, 17.8 remains the issue. How do we know that? Because there it is. They know about it. But they're making transactional decisions. See there? All the lies and bullshit. Don't worry, guys. This thing can go 10 times further than we even want to go or need to go. Bullshit. In their faces, they are breaking the law. 11.2. Fully aware of it. Hidden. 22. 20 speaks about bodies of water, pressure. Look there, arsehole. 15.6. Front and center. It's going to be a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. History in the making. And all the transactional numbers all the muchos monies and all the promise of how much money we can make if this first event is successful. But hold on, the problem is still around. 16.7. Not only is it around, do we even dare say it's going to get worse? Because they survived, they must have survived the Saturday situation, right? Don't worry, we can push it a bit more, guys. Give it juice. It's a 50-50 situation. Out of sync sevens. Too many sevens. Problem with the vessel. Life and death. What's hidden? The vessel. So unfortunately, they, in my opinion, I haven't watched any of the commission other than some text that I've seen. This was so front and center, present and obvious for them. Anyway, so here we go. June 18. I mean, do you recall this day personally? Let me know in the comments. It was a tragic, like when we realized what had happened, right? In a split second, they were gone. Anyone feel like going for a dip in the ocean? Let's go look at the coral reefs. So June 18 is the day. So we have 18-9. Now let's say from invention, innovation, mechanical, machinery is the invention here. We unfortunately have a 15-6 in the middle of the day here, and we note that is the issue, isn't it? So smack see there. And we have the unfortunate outcome, ladies and gentlemen. 31-4. Death. And we've seen this in the crime shows. We say corpse. But if we go deeper, this is when the functionality of a human and the processes fail to exist. They're not working. The vessel, death, the problem was already detected on June, in my opinion, because the report I saw said, yeah, maybe that's the Monday, and okay, they're reporting back, we got a problem, right? But here's it all, plays out. I was just thinking now, where are the money numbers? Because let's say if his intentions were pure and true, and let's say there was a mechanical engineering fault on, there was some discrepancy on the Saturday, okay, we tweaked a few little gadgets or whatever, but instead they put a plaster over the fucking problem. I love sea travel, and when you get situations like this, it terrifies people, because 15-6 arsehole wants to be the hero. Okay, we'll get to the money numbers in a minute. +3, look at this number here. Trapped. So we can argue they were trapped in the vessel against their will. Let's zoom out a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you've paid whatever it was. They've just arrived, got their slops on, got their shorts, t-shirt. We're going to have to give you back your money because there's a problem. And the reason why there's a problem, there's a 50-50 chance that the vessel is going to implode while we're underwater. So I've given you the facts. Do you want to continue or not? Oh, no, sorry, we'll go hang by the beach for the day. Oh, no, sure, we want to get in. So they were forced. Here's the big idea. But what was actually going to happen is their death. There's the vessel. So 7 speaks about transportation, modes of transportation, and the outcome 9. So I want to just check something. So the 20 on the +3, we see the 16-7. Now in the +6, of course, our soul. So let's just be clear here. Our soul, 15-6. Now on the human level, he comes across as Mr. Friendly, 24-6, the friendly family guy. All lekker, good community together, community, bonding, coming together. It's going to be a fun excursion, guys. Hidden, what is this here? That's a bomb. Oh, our soul made a decision to risk people's lives. 37-10-1. He took it upon himself to make a life and death situation on his own without informing them. Guys, if we go down, I think we've spoken enough about the 28-10-1-9. So that actually, I've just been reminded. 28-10-1 while it's cooking, right? 28-10-1 is the arguments, I believe, at the time he was having with people within the inside, I believe. Don't speak nonsense. Just tweak this, tweak that. It will work. Blah, blah, blah. So we have the outcome. Now we see the 27-9 revealed. That was hidden here. Our soul in the middle. On one hand, the 44 speaks about the brashness of him. The brashness of him. But on the other hand, it's the implosion. Which brings around the 31-4. Vessel, procedures, operational procedures overlooked. The laws of how these things work overlooked. Put a plaster on it. So that is quite a horrific situation, unfortunately. And again, human error, 15-6, could have been avoided 100%. But reputation, ego, money pockets, and unfortunately innocent people lost their lives. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this did impact me quite a bit at the time. I'm glad I got to do the show now. It was picking on me recently, but at the time, it reflected my life at the time when I had started up that movie. And I can tell you now, the pressure was flippin' real. And we had to technically, on that particular day, it was right about this time, we had to make a decision. It was probably even. We had to make a decision. Are we going to continue or not? Because these are the realities. This is what our expectations were originally, but these are the realities. We were in that situation and we made decisions as a collective. Not our soul on his own. And we got through the movie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please leave your thoughts and comments. And what a day, man. And I love engaging with them. Please have a lovely weekend. Stay safe. More content coming soon, very soon. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.